Welcome back, and today we'll be doing a little bit of a Fords 1v4. This time, what I've never done before is actually it's modded. What mod specifically is there is going to be and indefinite upgrades and increase 50% faster gather and 50% faster build speed. 50% both the faster and build speed and gather is for just to make the games go by a little bit faster and make the starting portion a little bit less boring. And for those who are uninitiated, definite upgrades allows you to basically upgrade anything with the upgrade center, of course. So that means you can upgrade your mines infinitely amount of times, and that includes your weapons. Today we'll be doing a hyper upgraded cannon, also known as a BFC at home. Alright. Because you can upgrade anything, the usual tactic here is to rush cannons. This used to be the mod where I literally exclusively play. I don't play anything else. I used to just absolutely love this mod because, I thought this mod was cool because, well, you couldn't, because the main problem I had with Force Factor was that, you can't, you just gotta keep building taller. If I didn't, and I didn't know good base ability at the time, so thus it was kind of lackluster and was kind of unfun once I got enough cannons. I just feel like space is limited with indefinite upgrades, so it doesn't really matter how much space you have, because, well, you could build one cannon and upgrade it 10 million times, and it will be 10 million times as powerful. Upgrade turbines. It's better to upgrade to the turbine. First of all, when you're going up for upgrades, the supplies for non-indef upgrades too, you'll always want to upgrade energy before metal. Not because energy is more important than metal, but because particularly metal, upgrading mines costs a vast amount of energy. Here, let's do this. We have now insane amounts of energy production. We also want to get cannon tech. So for indefinite upgrades, not to get super meta-y or super tryharding with indefinite upgrades, but in indefinite upgrades, the best tactic is always 100% to get cannons, or specifically one hyper cannon, and call it a day with a moonshine. The reason why it's so powerful is because, well, any other weapon in the game, whether that's miniguns, shotguns, rockets, lasers, 20 mils, they can all be shot down or have some sort of weakness. Cannon, not so much. Cannon, it goes to basically anything. The only thing that stops is an RTS, which is why we have Moonshine. Moonshine is basically the best commander in indefinite upgrades, because, well, which is contrary to popular opinion, which people think is overdrive. Because even though the upgrade speed might be slower, you even though people think the upgrade speed might be slower, you need to realize that moonshine shields, or shields particularly, stop any projectile regardless of any level. So what this means, translated to late game, is that say they have a cannon that penetrates through 10 layers of metal, right, and they shoot at your cannon, and you need 10 layers of metal to defend it. But a moonshine door, which is around the same price as one metal door, it kind of does the same thing as 10 it stops the cannon projectile entirely, and so instead of 10 layers of metal, you now build one moonshine door, and that solves everything. And this also applies for defense. So what you see here for defense, instead of first of all, let's upgrade more energy production. Instead of using metal or anything, moonshine is just moonshine shields are at a 100%. Oh jeez, I did not expect weapons out so fast, but it's also like, makes sense because of the mod we have on. Now we want to shield up as ASAP. There we go. Make sure we always also upgrade. Getting shot this early is a bit of a surprise, but we should be fine either way. Because we have Moonshine shields that not only have more HP, which means it's more resistant to splash damage, but it's also cheaper to upkeep and repair. Don't like that my base is leaning forward a little bit. I want to get a little bit more back lean going on here than really a front lean. In Florence, generally back lean is always it's always easier to deal with than front lean because, well, you lean your base forward, you can't support this down here unless, you build all the way down. But when your base leans back, you can just kind of support it with more foundation nodes, which is why generally you always only want back lean and not front lean. Back lean is rarely, well, not sometimes a problem, but Moderately done backlane is usually good for your base, while any sort of front lane for your base is nearly always bad, and you don't want front lane essentially. Don't get front lane, get back lane. It's better. Right. Here, it's most efficient to upgrade my most underleveled mines, so I'll upgrade all of that besides the basically max one. Also, I'm making sure I don't upgrade every single turbine at once, because that would be an issue with energy production and how much the shield's consuming. So now I'll single upgraded cannons, see how much damage this does. I missed. Incredible. Here. Let's also put some shields here. Because as I said before, shields stop any level of cannon. That's pretty powerful. Also, the reason why I'm using a 3-long base design is because, well, when I'm going for only one cannon, I don't need to build high. Do this. Oh wow, so much damage already. It's already going kind of nuts. Let's just upgrade some underleveled mines. I'll upgrade that one's enough. Go. Make sure we also do this. Upgrade cannon again. Alright, we're just gonna spam a little bit more shields. Yep. We'll do a little bit of sandbagging, because just in case there's any potential drop shots. Anyways, this shield defense, the shields are spaced apart enough where the splash damage should not be that crucial. Also, I will defend a little bit under here, just in case something bad happens. As I said before, first of all, that is not where my base is. Maybe I feel like the target there could be a little bit reconsidered by the opponent. But also, as I said before, with Moonshine being meta, Moonshine, this also stops around like basically 99% of weapons. So that's just going to be insanely powerful. And our cannons are already costing so much to fire. I can't wait to fire this and just annihilate literally everybody. All right. We're gonna fire this pretty soon. Let's also upgrade this. Alrighty, let's fire. Let's see how much damage this does. Oh yeah, that is powerful. That is absolutely insane. Let's upgrade some more turbines because you see, it doesn't matter how much metal that. It doesn't matter how much that could be a level 100 cannon for all I know. That could be the Destroyer of Worlds. But nope, it doesn't matter because all of the penetration is stopped on that Moonshine shield. That could be a level 1000 cannon and it wouldn't even matter. That's why it's so incredibly strong and definite upgrades. This also sort of you can apply to any any basically modded match. Let's fire this again as well. See, a shield, no matter how much level that does, stops any projectile, which makes it really strong. There's them trying to break through, and it doesn't work. Let's just upgrade a little bit there. Alright, we're not making negative energy production, so we gotta wait for those turbines to come back online. Here we fire a little bit down, a little bit away from the energy shield, ideally. That's very low, but you can see the splash damage. You see that entire area's damage. It is so incredibly strong there. You do not want to mess with that cannon, is what I want to say. See, that we can tell it's a high-level cannon because see how much splash damage this does? Even though the shields completely stop penetration damage. Oh wow, that's something. Even though shields completely stop penetration damage, it doesn't entirely stop Oh wow, I missed again. Also, the good thing with Moonshine doors is they're also like impossible to door snipe. So we'll never need to worry about that. That laser going in between the seams is pretty funny actually. Yep. We might even have to do another layer of Moonshine with shields, which I will prepare for. I also forgot stability tech, so let's get this. Let's see how much damage this does now. Oh wow, you see that splash damage is the same with every shield. Oh my gosh, that's so strong. And you can see the Moonshine doors reflecting everything. I also will get some machine gunners. As you can see, these are technically doors as well, so you can get machine gunners inside this. And well, if they ever build EMPs or anything scary, we know that's no longer going to be a threat. Let's aim a little bit lower this time. Keeps hitting that energy a little bit. Alright, let's see. These are under level, so I'll upgrade these. Alright, let's get some more shields. Now that we have more energy production to upkeep that. Now let's aim a little bit higher. Just try to hit their weapon. Nope. But you can see that destroyed multiple shields because the splash damage is so incredibly high. This is so incredibly strong. Let's see. Let's just upgrade these because we have the spare energy. Alright, now I want to see if I could just chunk through that wood spam right there. Oh my goodness, that is insane. We've now created a destroy of worlds. I don't think anything's breaking through this. Also reminded that if they've ever built RTSs, then we have the ability, the Moonshine ability, which is also another reason why this is so incredibly strong. Let's see how bottom base handles this. Oh wow, I did a lot of damage to myself there. That is pretty insane. And did he just clock? We'll look at replays after that game to see what the pro player did. And okay, that's incredible. Dude, that didn't even stop there. That just kept going. That's I mean that just literally did not stop. Oh no, Magna Beam. Against my shields? No, what will I ever do? Oh, he just Magna attracted down there. That's pretty crazy. We can even open this door too. See how much damage that does. And that is absolutely critical. So now I just taught you how to play indefinite upgrades competitively. And let's see how much damage does that cannon do. Yeah, that just tore through everything. Anyways, have a great day, and if there's any videos I recommend watching, it's that I have a one of my ranked videos in where I got #1 ranked actually twice. Those are actually one of my good videos, and you should probably check those out next. Bye bye.